Oh, those are hot. Oops. Wrangle the iguana. Hey, I do have an iguana. If anybody has any iguana recipes, I'm just saying. I wonder, can you buy an iguana for slaughter? What if that's legal? I'm gonna check that out because I want to cook an iguana. That's yeah. Hey, my neighbor. What's Daisy May doing? What's that Daisy May doing? What's my Daisy May doing? Oh, that's a good girl. Wait, Odie, what's Odie doing? Odie, all right. Now, get up. Get up. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, good morning. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, barbecuers and grillers and smokers. This is a, stay down or I'm going to hit you in the face. I'm going to hit you in the face. Get down. Down. Got to treat her like a good woman. Just, nah, I'm just kidding. Anyhow, Rico here, Rico's Place. Thanks for stopping by today. I'm in the middle of, well, I'm late to being in the middle of a collaboration about the Ugly Drum Smoker, or UDS. A buddy of mine, Big Lou Barbecue out of Louisiana. I think he's about Orleans, New Orleans or something, I don't know, but he's in Louisiana. And he put together a little collaboration with a bunch of YouTubers. Some are good, or some are better than others, some are great. It's just people like us, you and me. People that have built a UDS, not a store-bought one, but either a kit or you built it yourself. Some are old, some are new. I didn't have one, I've always wanted to build one. So here's, I kind of did a little research and would you just get away from me? You're bugging me, out of here. Anybody want a female Australian Shepherd, let me know, because I'm going to be heading back to the Oklahoma here later in July, and I'll deliver her to you. She needs a good home because she's bugging the heck out of me. Get out of here. Go. And how we're doing this is a different type of collaboration. I've never done this type before. Like Dutch and I would do one, and Big Lou and I did one with the Texas barbecue guy, Chef Johnny, I think, and then the Hat Man here in California, Rivers, right over there. Behind me somewhere. We did one, and on those ones you kind of say, hey, Big Lou's doing jambalaya today, and here's a clip, and check out, and here's the link. Well, this is a little different. This is a hashtag. And for you old guys like me, a hashtag, I guess, is the number sign. But if you if you search on YouTube, hashtag HowIBuiltMyUDS, all our videos come. But do that. Check it out. Hashtag HowIBuiltMyUDS. All right. Saying that now. The next 30 seconds or so, 30 seconds, 45 seconds or so, is I just got little snippets of Leanne, the neighbor girl, of helping me prep the barrel and get everything ready to be built. So that's just 30 seconds, watch it, kind of see what it takes labor-wise to do one of these from scratch. Oh yeah, let me point out, this is not a kit. This is all, I went to the hardware store, went to buy things. Now, I thought I'd go over real quick, the tools it takes. Now first and foremost, can opener. I definitely had to have a can opener in this build. So we have our, basic can opener or church key or whatever. Some of the UDSs put them on here. You do that. That's cool. But have your can opener. So we burn the barrel. Then after we burn the barrel, you got to kind of clean up the outside. So what we did, and I'm going to go through these things real fast. I gave Leanne well, she brought hers, but she took a portable corded 4.5-inch angle iron with a wire wheel, and she just wire wheeled the whole thing, went to town on it, got all the soot and all the burn stuff off of it. Don't know if I have any pictures in the video of it before we painted it. Oh yeah, we do, on things that in the snippets when she's working you could see. So an angle iron. Then we needed pliers, pipe wrench, adjustable open end wrench or crescent wrench. We basic maybe some hand wrenches. We used a power drill or a corded power drill and a hole saw, and we had to use 2 hole saw size bits because for the lower big bit that was 1.25 inches, and everything else, or the middle one was 1.25 inches, everything else was inch. So hole saw bit, drill, ratchet to do the screws and bolts, and I just happen to have, I bought a Milwaukee set, came with one of these little beep beep power ones ratchet. So you need some sockets, but you could use just wrenches. You could use just pliers and a crescent wrench. You know, pliers and a wrench. You don't need to have the power tools. Whatever you have in your garage is probably good. Okay. I think that's it. Oh, sander. Had a portable sander, but she wanted to just sandpaper it hand inside, so she did that. What else might I don't have here? That's pretty much everything that I use. I don't know where Odie went. I let him out, and he goes on his walkabout. I don't know where that. We have an inch. That we're going to put in. And then it will get an inch cap on it, pretty easy. And it'll actually screw right into the UDS. Now, Leanne helped me build this and prep the barrel. I should have had her get up. Uh-oh. So when you are building these at home, make sure you don't screw these holes right on one of the ribs on the barrels, because it's not, so I'm gonna have to, you know, come back, and that's okay, that's not a big deal. Okay. So this works out good because now I got a level where I can do an actual, some pork chops or stuff that's kind of, you know, little thick on the top, chicken, stuff like that. But then the idea is, say we're doing a brisket or a pork butt, we go down actually the right level for a brisket or a pork butt. But they did do where there's a 2-inch pipe that goes here and a 3/4 that can go here. So a lot of them you see the 2-inch pipe smokestack with a baffle or something on here. Well, our Lowe's and I waited till I couldn't find a 2-inch pipe. And except for galvanized, and I didn't want to hear all the hate. Hey, you can use galvanized. No one ever died from a little galvanized poisoning. No. So instead, what I'm gonna do, we're just gonna, it's a 4-inch steel nipple, a 90, and then a plug. to regulate heat. Take 2 off or whatever, and we'll figure out how the temp goes up and down. Now the other thing I'm hoping for is, instead of the intake going in and then coming right out over here, maybe I could get the smoke coming up the whole thing, or I don't know. I like the way it looks. So first grill, 6 from the top. Second grill, 11. So that should have probably went there, but that's okay. Let me get the tri-tip in. Get the temp. You know, I got the temp where I want it. Now we're going to put the tri-tip in it and readjust it. Let me get that going. Watch a little bit of the video, and I'll go ahead and in a minute, well, 10 minutes maybe, I'll go through and I'll show you how this thing works using the plugs and the caps. So far, I'm pretty excited about this. I like my handles. You do hear a little bit of a sizzle, but not a psst type of a sizzle. Because I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of Rico's rub. Got the meat put in there. Now it's time to do the actual, what I like to call, logistics and operation of the actual UDS. And mine's simple. I didn't want to pay for the ball valves and for my intake ports or valves. Hey, baby dog, get out here. Come on, get out here. I'm gonna gut you like a pig. Get out here. On the bottom, I put 3 intake ports or intake valves. I have. Get out of here. That's hot. Mother, may I? So, the main one is I have a 1-inch black pipe, and then instead of a valve, I'm just putting a cap on it. Then we have 2 3/4-inch ports that come out the elbow. They come out, they elbow up, and then we put a cap on those. And that's regulating the intake, which is pretty simple. Now you could probably have just one big one with a valve or a slider or whatever. You just make your own. You make what works for you. I thought this looked pretty cool. And then when I put my little table in here, that's going to be totally awesome. Okay, so the top's real simple. Instead of me putting a 2-inch smokestack coming up with a flapper sliding bevel, you know, the regulator, I put in 5 3/4-inch ports with a 90 elbow, and then to regulate your heat, you just screw these caps in. At one point in this cook, I had to have 3 of the exhaust valves open, and I think I had the 2 3/4-inch intake valves open, and that let me stay at 275. But let's take a look at this and see what's going on. I do need a table over here, that's for sure. Got my hot gloves. We got this because we designed this as a handle. So we just pull up. Oh, you know what I need are some tonguey things. These actually this looks pretty good. Well, let me show you. Well, I lost my sticker, my thermometer. So you're going to have to take my word on it that this is probably up around 170 instead of 150. So it is going to be overdone when I cook it, but I'm going to like it. And the purpose of this was to show you the UDS, not the actual how to cook a tri-tip in it. We'll have to do, that just looks good. So those look pretty good. It needs to be seared somewhere, but that really does look good. Oh, this does look amazing. I'm just going to cover it, we're going to take this thicker one. And then you always cut across the grain. Well, you don't always. I've done not across the grain. It's tender and fine. But the grain on this is going, looks like it's going this way. And then it might change a little bit here. But by going against the grain, you help break up the tissues. And that's what kind of makes your roast. And tri-tip's a cheap, well, it's not cheap, but it's a tough piece of meat. It's going to kind of... And again, guys, don't be haters. I know it's cooked over a little bit, but it still looks, it might be okay. So now I'm slicing against the grain because I want to show you the difference of what the two look like. All right, so let's show you the difference here. You could actually, when I cut with the grain, you could actually see the lines going through it. Now, when you cut against the grain, it has this little, it almost looks like a microscopic cell. It's got little compartments. Here's a piece that I cut with the grain. If I try to, I mean, I'm grabbing it and my hands are slipping through it. I can't pull that apart. When you go against the grain and it has these little compartments, you should be able to just pulls apart tender, just like your, what could you pull apart like that? Taffy? I don't know, maybe taffy, I don't know. Okay, it's tender. It smells good. That rips apart when you bite it. Now, I don't know if I just bought a really good tri-tip or if Rico's a freaking genius and he just cooked it. And I love it. It's probably a little too well for you guys, but this was 15 degrees cooler or taken off 15, 20 degrees earlier. This would probably be the perfect. Did you hear me? Did you hear me, YouTube? The perfect tri-tip roast cooked in a ugly drum smoker. Anywho, guys, this was good. I'm glad I went into this collaboration, and I'm glad I made that that smoker because it worked out really good. Have a great weekend. If you have it off, enjoy the time off. Enjoy Father's Day if you're a dad. I'll remember my dad tomorrow. I might even cook in his honor a leg of lamb in one of the smokers. But as usual, guys, you know how I end these videos. It's Rico, the tie-dye cowboy, wishing you and your family well. Keep on cooking, grilling, and smoking. Salud, my friends.